Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. In this video I have a requested video I should make, which is a 5.4 liter V6 versus a 5.4 liter V10. Someone asked me to do it and I should do it because they like to see it. So it's okay. Let's start. First of all, a V6. Since I'm gonna do a V10 and 90 degrees, so I'm gonna do also a 90 degrees V6. So I can keep it, the same family. I will not do it a V60 degrees. I'm gonna do it 90 degrees because 10 and 6. I'm gonna use 10 and 6. Alright, let's start with the 6. Should I make it a racing V6 or a performance V6? Let's stick with the no, I'm gonna make it a racing V6, so the results should be easier to make. Alright, so a racing one, so I'm gonna use a aluminium silicon. Let's see if this this engine should be a racing engine. I should make the stroke shorter and the bore longer. So long bore 120 and drop it till we hit the 5.4. Same. Alright, so 5403 cc, right, which is a 5.4 liter. Dual overhead cam, of course, since racing, so 5 valves per cylinder, aluminium silicon, no VVL, billet steel, titanium forged. Quality 15. Alright, I received a comment today about why I always use quality plus 15, because not all engines need to be not all engines should receive the highest quality internals. No, but in case that you are making a high performance engine or a racing engine, you need in this section in particular, because this is the internals or the piston section. When you use the high quality pistons, you can gain more torque and you can gain higher RPM, and the engine will get smoother. The engine will get lighter weight because lighter internals, high quality internals. Yes, the engine will be so expensive to make, and also you will receive immense of reliability points because the engine now is more reliable because high quality internals. I only use plus 15 in the high performance and racing engines, but cheap or regular engines I use plus 5 or 0 sometimes. So this is the answer for his comment. Alright, let's continue. So the internals, as you saw, like this. Now the camshaft or the compression ratio. Alright, this engine I will make it as a naturally aspirated engine, so I can push the compression ratio up to 14.01. and the cam profile should be to 100. I will check it later if I should drop it or keep it. 100 VVT or variable valve timing for all cams, of course. Plus 15 quality for better components, and what do you call it, the friction and everything will be in a good shape, so that this engine will receive higher reliability and big power improvements because better camshafts. Right, next, no turbos, of course. Injection, direct injection for better fuel efficiency, and so I can use less octane for higher power. Right, throttle per cylinder, racing, of course, because it's a racing engine. Ultimate, which is 100 octane. Fuel mixture, I'm gonna keep it 30.5. Ignition timing, let's keep it 50 for now. RPM limit, I hope for 8,000 or more, plus 15. Racing tubular, of course. Dual, I hope for 700. Three-way, no mufflers, of course, plus 15. Yes, 735 horsepower, which is a good figure for a V6, for a 5.4 liter V6. Alright, let's tune it well. How much RPM I can push it? So far 8500. Ignition timing. As you can see here, we are using currently close to 89, so I cannot push it too much. Let's push the air fuel ratio. How much I can push it? To 12. Right. So on 112 for this one, we need to remember all these when I make the V10, so everything will be similar. So here, yes, I don't need to drop it. Can I push one? Yes, so 14.1 to 1. The exhaust is good. The exhaust is good. So what else do we need? I used the high flow one. So everything so far is perfect. I cannot push it more because as you can see here the power will drop. So 8500 should be perfect, or 8600 should be perfect, yes. Right, let's try it and hear it. Hope it sounds good. Alright, have you seen it? Have you listened to it? Have you enjoyed it? This engine is awesome. I mean, yes, it's reliable for a racing engine, so 71 points is good for a racing engine. Fuel efficiency or fuel economy is not important because this is a racing one. 17% is, it's good. Smoothness, doesn't care, racing. Responsive, that's the important point for any racing engine. This engine received 100% of responsive, which is awesome. 819 horsepower for a V6. Wow, that is just amazing. I love this engine, and 545 pound-feet of torque is just amazing. And did you see that from 4500 RPM up to 6000 RPM? That sound reminds me with the Nissan 350Z or 370Z. Yes, I love it. This engine is awesome. I'm gonna name it 5.4 liter V6 R, which is racing dash Dream, and the variant should be racing. Fully on. Save it. Now you saw it, you loved it, you liked it. Now let's all remember these specs. We have 5.4 liter, which is we have the bore, which is super long, and the short, the stroke, which is super short. We have to remember to do that in the V10. Aluminium silicon here. Dual overhead cam, 5 valves per cylinder. Billet steel, or we should say fully on. Plus 15, of course. 14.1, that should we remember. 14.1, 100. I hope I don't forget it. And no turbo, 112, racing everything 8600, and etc. Alright guys, let's switch to a V10. How can we do that in automotion? Of course, it's easy. Press X on the top and new engine. Alright, let's do it. 90 degrees, 10, aluminium silicon, of course, maximum bore, and let's drop it till we reach the 5.4 mark. Right, 5.4 liter. I mean, here it should be a bit difficult. Yes, so it's a bit smaller. The V6 was 5,403. This one is for 5,402. Well, it doesn't matter really. So dual overhead cam. Why it doesn't matter here? Because we have extra 4 cylinders, so it's okay. Dual overhead cam, 5 valves, aluminium silicon, of course, billet steel, titanium, lightweight, high quality, and here 14.1 as before. 100 racing, variable valve timing, plus 15, no turbo, injection direct, throttle body racing, ultimate 12 as before, 100 and 8600. Of course, I hope we can reach it. Plus 15, racing, dual. The other one was 800 like this one, and high flow, no, plus 15. Yes, so as you can see from the start, we already gained a lot of power. So this engine now producing without any tweaking 875, and the other one was 819, and this one produced more torque, 571. The other one was 545. So as you can see, the V10 outperform or outpower the V6 with a bit more. I mean, yes, it's gaining, it's good, but it's not that much really. For only 40 or 60, I think it's let's see, 20, 60. No, I think it's 55 horsepower. I think 56 horsepower. I mean, yes, 50 horsepower is a lot, is a good amount of horsepower, but for extra 4 cylinders, we have to use extra 4 cylinders to gain 50 horsepower or 60 horsepower. And more parts, and this one will cost more, and this one, why do you think this one will cost more? Because we have extra 4 throttle bodies, where the exhaust system is a lot complicated. The The crankshaft is expensive. We have extra 4 cylinders, 4 pistons, 4 connecting rods made from titanium. The block itself is more complicated to make, and this engine need balancing, of course. So yes, this one is more expensive to make for only 60 horsepower. You will only gain 60 horsepower. Let's see if I can push it more, if I can tweak it more. So if I push the RPM more, yes, we can gain more horsepower. So 9,000 so far. 9,000 will gain me a lot. Now we have 879 horsepower, which is good. Now we gained more. The V6, I couldn't push the RPM more because the power will drop. Unlike this one I pushed it more, I pushed the RPM more, and we gain actually more horsepower. So this one is somehow better. And this one use less octane, so I can push the compression ratio more, which is good. I can push it to 14.3 to 1, which also made us gain more horsepower. Now we have 881. I mean, I wish if I can hit the 900. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. We can hit the 900 mark. I mean, I wish I can hit the 900 mark, but the way I see it, no. This current engine has already maxed itself. I mean, look, if I used more fuel, I will lose horsepower because now the engine is running on rich. Let's see, I'll do a crazy move, which is push more fuel in. I mean, now the engine is running rich, and no, it doesn't really work. So 881. 881. That's the max of the V10. So how much, guys, did we gain? Someone do the math, please. The other one, the V6 topped at 819 horsepower. This one is 881. So yes, we gained a lot more. Let's say the V6 820 and this one 880. So we gained 60 horsepower. Yes, 60 horsepower. We gained 60 horsepower only. Extra 4 cylinders, extra 4 throttle bodies, and extra everything. Extra 4 everything, and we only gained 60 horsepower. Yes, 60 horsepower. Damn it, I'm not good really at math. So yes, now we gain 60 horsepower. Right, let's listen to this monster. I mean, yes, I still like it. A 5.4 is a small figure for the V10. I mean, yes, it's longer than the V6. This engine needs a longer engine bay to fit in. And also, this engine is better than the Dodge Viper. The Dodge Viper has an 8.2 or an 8.4, I forgot. Yes, it's an 8 liter V10 and only produce 500 up to 650. 500 up to 650 horsepower only. Look at this one, 5402 cc, and look at the power that we produce. Wow, this engine is awesome. I love it. Now let's hear it and enjoy it. So as we saw guys, this engine is also very good. I love it also because did you hear that? From 2500 rpm, or let's say from 3000 rpm up to 7000 rpm. This is a Dodge Viper V8 V10, sorry, this is a Dodge Viper V10. The same sound, the same note. I think the developers of this game has copied the V10 sound from a Viper. Yes, because I think it's the only car today in the market that has a V10. Is there any cars? Are there any cars right now in 2017 that use a V10? I don't think so, really. I think they copied it, yes, from a Viper, which is good. I mean, the Viper sound is very awesome. I love the sound of it. The dual exhaust from the sides and that humongous sound and the torque. Wow, I really love the V10s. Alright, so as we saw guys, the differences between the 5.4 V6 and the 5.4 V10. The V10 is more smoother, and the V6 is a bit reliable, I think. The fuel economy is the same, the emissions are the same, the noise, both of them are very freaking loud. The V10, of course, it produced more horsepower because of extra 4 cylinders. We have 881, and the V6 was 819 horsepower. The torque also here is more, for 575. The V6 was 545. The V10, I could yes, I did push more horsepower of it because this one the power band was larger than the V6. This one revs up to 9000 rpm. The other one, or the V6, was only, it can only rev up to 8600 before it loses power. So basically, yes, the V10, yes, it's more powerful, it's more torqueier, but as a matter of fact, if I had to choose between them, I would use the V6. Why? Because the V6 is smaller. You can fit it to a smaller engine base, and I think working and servicing a V6 is easier than a V10. Yes, and I think the 60 horsepower is really, from extra 4 cylinders, is not really that much difference. I mean, yes, this one is heavier. It's 177 kilogram. Yes, this one should be heavier. I mean, I forgot how much the V6 weighs, but I think this one is more heavier because more parts, and this one is more complicated to make. It will cost more, and this one needs more cooling because it's bigger. It's freaking big. It's your choice, guys. Yeah, I mean, tell me in the comment section, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the V6 or the V10? So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really thank you thank that fan for sending this cool and awesome comment and request, the V6 and the V10. Please, guys, if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more cool videos like this one. And request, I want you guys to request more, because every request means a new video. And please forgive me, guys, if sometimes I forget or I forgot your videos, or I forget your request to make. If I ever forget your request, please tell me in another comment so I can make it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please forgive my poor English, and as I say, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and watch all my previous videos. See you later in another video. Bye bye, guys.